Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Dr. Carmen Bryant, Car Chronicles. You guys ready? Let's do it. So as I told you guys, I am creating a course, and hopefully the course should be out by February. And what I plan on doing is making a 5-day course, and I'm going to host it on one of my platforms. It's a school platform. But what I'm going to do is when I first launch the course, I'm going to give you a discount just this time for the first, I want to say 5 people. I'll say for the first 10 people. And I'll give you a discount to do a 5-day live course with me concerning parenting. Now, the reason why I'm creating this course or am creating this course is because I work as a family preservation service provider. And working as a family preservation service provider, I had to work with a lot of parents that were dealing with child protective services. Either their children were pending removal out of the home, or their children was pending being placed back into the home. But it was my responsibility to teach them how to parent their children. And all of you that know, if you ever have a CPS case or a case with the state, you cannot teach the parent how to give corporal punishment. In other words, spank their children. That's not something that you're allowed to do. So you have to teach them ways to modify their behaviors. One of the things that I realized, though, as I was teaching these parents, was a lot of them did not have parenting skills at all. They didn't know what to do with their children. They had kids, and there they were. There was no discipline. There was no leadership, nothing. And some of them have actually said, Dr. Bryant, I don't like my kids. I just don't like my children. So now imagine they don't like their kids. So what would make you think that other people like your kids? Some of us don't like your kids. And so you notice that a lot of people won't invite you places or invite them places because of the fact that they have no control over their children. The children has no discipline. The children are running and tearing stuff up, tearing folks' house up. You know, when they get in public, a lot of these young parents, especially, or parents that have not learned how to parent their children, you know, are getting into places and they just have this expectation that people around them are going to parent the kids. And then when someone says something to them, like, you know, you need to get your child, you can't let your child do that, they get offended. They're upset. They're angry. So what you trying to say? What we're trying to say is get your kid. You know, get your kid before your child get hurt by somebody that doesn't care about your child. Because everybody doesn't care about your child the way that you do. And then that's even questionable. Because we have a lot of young parents out there that are parenting kids and they're having children for the wrong reasons. This younger generation, they're getting younger and younger at when they're having kids, and grandparents are getting younger and younger as well. And so they don't have a good sense of parenting skills because they didn't come from a good sense of parenting skill. They're having children for some of the wrong reasons, because he looked good or she looked good or she got light eyes or he got light eyes, or the family that they're connected to, or who they are in society, or the money that they can get. And so they're using their children, especially narcissists. Dr. Carmen Bryant, Car Chronicles. Parenting your children, part 2. So what I was saying in the first video, I was talking about not children, but parents parenting their children, and having to disclose, them disclosing, like, Dr. Bryant, I just don't like my kids. And so if the parent doesn't like their child, then what makes you think that anybody else likes your kid? You can't get a handle on your child, and then you're upset when people are trying to tell you to get your child, stop having them climb. Well, they're just a child. That's a justification. When you go to places, people don't want to deal with you, so they don't invite you anymore. So you're wondering why people want to invite you places, because they know you and them are coming, and so the course that I'm creating is really addressing not just how to modify their behavior, but is also addressing you as a parent and your responsibility as a leader and as a trainer, to help you feel like you are relevant. And especially for those that are coming out of relationships or situationships where the parent was a narcissist, the actual other parent is a narcissist, and on top of that, so they're already predisposed, and on top of that, what is it that the other parent is saying to the child, because they're going to make it hard for you too. So anything that you're trying to teach your child, they're going to work a counterproductive work with you when you're dealing with your kid. Although your children may look like narcissists when they're little, their behavior is very narcissistic. So you can see where it can transition over and begin to develop into NPD if you don't interject and change their trajectory. And so it's the responsibility of the parent to go in and modify that behavior. But how do you modify behavior? First of all, you were never taught to parent. And then you were with narcissists that really were abusive in their parenting or negligent in their parenting. So you don't have an idea. Most people, you're not your kids are not born with instructions, and the behavior that they have is pretty normal for children. Those little kids are they're scientists, and they're going to try authority. And it's your responsibility to implement authority, be a trainer, and be a leader, and get a hold of. Most of you are also guilt parenting. You're afraid to parent your child because you think that if you discipline your child, you're going to lose your child to the narcissist. But what's going to happen is that you're going to lose respect. Your child's going to lose respect for you because of the fact that you're not parenting. And so, you got that narcissist that's already counterproductive. They're already teaching your child the ways of the narcissist. And so you have to come in, and you're not their friend. If there's a space for friendship in the future, so be it. But you're not their friend. You're not their buddy. You're not their equal. You are their leader. You are their trainer. You are teaching them the ways of life. You're teaching them about authority. And a lot of the kids are growing up. They have no sense of responsibility. They don't like authority. They don't listen. Nobody tell me what to do. And some of you guys are the exact same way. But I want you to be there when I launch my course.